This is actually the airport here on this side. I'm just leaving this airport, renting this car. Right, so this is it. This is going towards Jackson. This is the town of Jackson. Small shops here. Here I am. It's a church here. Look at the mountain in the back. This is Jackson. This is downtown here. Some restaurants are here. So I just had a breakfast. I had lunch here, and then I'm heading to the hotel, and then we plan to go on some trip to Teton. So this is going to be my bunk bed number 10. It's interesting. See what is there. All right. Very nice. This is Grand Teton National Park. As you can see here, Jackson Hole Airport to the left. And the straightway I'm going a little further. Moose Junction. That's the name of this place. These are bisons here. As you can see, elk. This is a place for elk. Can't see them, they are far away. Maybe there will be another opportunity to find them a little closer. This is Snake River Overlook, and this is one of the tourist destinations here on this scenic highway. So let's see what it is with the river here. Much better view here. That's true.
Woo. Trying to get one more this way. I'm ready.
Could share resources, tools, and labor, and also share a Mormon community, complete with church and a school. The community was called Grovon, for the mountains to the east. The soil here was slightly better than surrounding areas, but though it was better, there was still a lack of available water. The farmers dug miles of irrigation ditches by hand and horsepower, even creating levees and dikes to help control where they could direct the water to. But in the winter, The ditches froze and water had to be transported up from the river. Would have been back-breaking work. There are 2 barns that I'll direct us to up ahead.
Something else?
Behind the tree down here?
Okay.
Are they right behind those fishermen?
Yeah.
Okay. And she has a calf. That could get interesting.
Let me get my
Ecosystems rather than just particular species and habitats. In 1927, Olaus and his like-minded wife Marty moved to Jackson Hole to study the famous elk herd. He realized that the elk needed a continuous protected range and that
Trending for a reason that obviously perked me right up. You'll understand why I'm saying obviously just a little bit. Plus Ariana Grande talks.
going towards Jenny Lake at Teton Park.
Keep right to stay on Teton Park Road.
Upper Mountain Bowl. The pretty lakes that we visit here in Grand Teton are depressions caused by the huge weight of glaciers that are now filled with water. And finally, the canyons between peaks were largely shaped by alpine glaciers that flowed down between the peaks under the force of gravity. See if you can imagine how the ice flowed over and through the peaks and into the valley from this viewpoint.
This is Jenny Lake.
I don't know which way to the marina. That way? Oh, yeah, she sent to the left. Yep, she sent to the left.
Good morning, everybody. Just a couple things real quick before we get too far. We do have life jackets on the boat under all these lower deck seats.
So this is the other side of the Jenny Lake. From here we're gonna go to the fall and hike there at Jenny Lake area. Inspiration Point. I forgot the name of the fall. What was the name of the fall? Hidden Fall. This is the Hidden Fall at Jenny Lake.
Is that bad or good? No, that's good.
This is called Inspiration Point at Jenny Lake. Very nice. There is snow there. Inspiration Point at Jenny Lake. This is Jenny Lake, one of the most popular destination here. Look at the height. There you go. This is the highest point here. We call it Inspiration Point.
I think you can be in rowboat or you can be in.
You can see the boat coming from the other side, and this is the highest peak here, Inspiration Point. On the backdrop is a mountain here. He's thinking that I have some food in the hand. Yeah.
With a long view into Cascade Canyon, as it separates the peaks of the Cathedral Group from the rest of the range. Cascade Canyon has a U-shaped bottom, which confirms that it was formed by a glacier moving through it. The glacier activity took place during the last major ice age, finishing about 14,000 years. Be able to make out a long, curved-looking depression into the mountain. Its best giveaway is that it has a different shadow than the area around it. The sign at the viewpoint will help you to know what to look for. This is called a scarp, and it shows us the Teton's fault line. This is the place where the land breaks, where the Teton Range pushes up and the land below sits or even drops. This movement is caused by regular earthquakes. The scarp we're looking at here above String Lake is about 100 feet tall. It's believed this shows how much vertical movement there's been in the last 14,000 years. Between the earthquakes that caused the fracture to grow, the wind and rain help fill the fracture with soil. The next thing that we'll see is the parking area for the small but pretty String Lake. After that point, the road becomes one way, continuing the way.
Which mountain you want in the back on that one?
This one.
That one.
This is another view of Teton Mountains. this view is from Signal Mountain from the top. This is called Jackson Point. Here I am from the Signal Mountains. Overlook here.
Como Dorita la exploradora. A ver, vela, espérate, me dices. Sí, ¿verdad? Es que si no
Okay, look carefully. In these mountains there are potholes. Very carefully if you look at it. This is a lookout point to see those potholes. Look behind me, there is a glacier between the rocks or two vertices of the mountain. This is a Taggart Lake trailhead. It's about 3 miles loop around the lake. It's in the parking lot right now. It's early morning. So I'm here heading to the trailhead. And let's see how it is going to be. Taggart Lake. It's the waterfall from the mountain. This is a barn next to this trail, and you can see the horses here. And this is the trail. Look at these trees, dense trees all around here. As you can see, this tree behind me all the way, they look a little bit like a forest which may have animals. Who knows from where they might come, but staying here, trying to keep a brave face. Hopefully nothing will be here. This is Taggart Lake. So behind me, what you see is Taggart Lake, and you can hear the sound from the nature of the creatures here. This is early morning, roughly around 8:30, and not a lot of people here. I'm all alone here. Kept a brave face to walk up to here, and I only saw a couple of people going another trail hike. So this is it. It's a beautiful lake though, and let's see, now it's time to return to the parking and continue some other places. Another beautiful viewpoint from this small bridge on this trail. This is Taggart Lake. Now you can see behind me, and this is the lake, Taggart Lake, and I'm just walking all the way on this bridge towards the loop, going back to the parking lot, about more than 2 miles from here. And then you can see the lake behind me and the lake on the other side. From the top of the mountain, no one is bell to warn the bears here.
And was substantially upgraded in the 1980s to be able to withstand a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. From the dam, we get an expansive view of the north end of the Teton Range.
This is Jackson Lake. Mountains are white. Very clean, crystal clear water. Going towards Yellowstone.